Hello everyone, hope you're well. I am Donut Donny and welcome to episode 2, season 1 of Manor to Glory here on FM 21. If you saw the last episode, we just did a very quick 10-minute intro to Oxford and the ground, but we're now in the nitty gritty good stuff. This is the game, and today's we're going to look at all the players and see who we're going to keep, who we're not going to keep, what more about the tactics, and that's just a general overview of the game as it is at the moment before we start a real season. So here's the screen where you saw last time about Oxford United. Again, we are a League One side, which means we are two divisions away from the Premier League, and we're also two divisions away from the non-league. So we're roughly kind of like in the middle. Um, I've I've already selected the leagues that we're taking part in this. So if you just had a quick look at what leagues we got in, we've got England, we've got France, Germany, Italy, Scotland, and Spain. I'm on one major difference from last year's save is I'm a much newer computer, so you can see their computer performance and estimate game speed is going to be pretty fast. But I've heard general stories about the game being pretty fast anyway. So let's go straight to the inbox and let's do some initial actual work here. So we've got one current player who's nearly ended his contract. Tactics introduction, which I don't really need to do because I've done already. Club visions and expectations. Develop players using the club's youth system. We'll look into that in a minute. Play entertaining football, play attacking football. Work within weight budget. Top half of the league. Uh, round 3 of the FA Cup this season. Round 2 of the League Cup, the EFL Cup, and reach the playoffs of the League One by next season and gain promotion to the Championship in 3 years' time. Now, this is a one club save, so if I get headhunted by other clubs, I will not join them. I'll stay at Oxford United. My future Twitch save, which will be a journeyman series, that's where I can be headhunted and go to other countries. We will now look at the squad and we'll see what we have to do, what kind of work we need to do first. So here is the formation that I showed you last episode. It's a basic kind of like a 4-4-2 formation in some ways, using attacking wingers. It's not a bad squad there. We definitely need some depth. We definitely need some more players. I can't automatically pick the team because we're still in pre-season. It's only 29th of June and everyone's still on holiday. But we will look at the squad and I might make some surprises. So first thing we look through is the first team squad and we'll look at the number one goalie. Our number one goalie is Simon Eastwood. He has been around for quite a while. Since 2016, he's had 155 appearances, and for a league goalie, he is decent. The only factor I think against him is his age. Oh, he's also already been wanted by Coventry. Nice. So I may go for a younger keeper. So I have to bear that in mind. That if a good bid comes from Coventry, I might actually sell him. Jack Stevens is turning into a good replacement for Eastwood. He's only had 2 appearances. I think he's only had about 5 appearances in real life. So he is a good substitute goalie. We now go to defence. Sam Long, he's been around since 2011. He was used to be a youth player, and he's already had 52 appearances, 2 goals for the club at the beginning of this season. And he's got some interesting stats here, so I think he's a good backup basically. Elliot Moore is turning now into our main defender since we sold a player called Rob Dickey to I think it was was it QPR, I think, in the Championship. I think we just sold him to QPR for a couple of million. So Elliot Moore has now turned into one of our main key defenders. He's had 20 appearances and 1 goal. He's actually wanted by a number of top Championship sides. That's interesting. So we might be finding it hard to hold him. Rob Atkinson is one of our top younger players. He looks a very good defender, and he'll probably have many games this season. Then we've got John Massinho. Now he's the skipper of the side. He's 34 years old. His abilities are declining. He's valued at 20.5k, and I will, as tradition is really with John Massinho, I always transfer list him straight away. I know that is mean, but its age is a factor, I'm afraid, and it might cause unrest of players. I do not know. Jamie Hansen, who's been a pretty injury-prone player, but as you can see by his stats, he's a very good backup. Mostly he plays on defensive right. We'll probably will keep him. Jordan Obita, these are one of the new players that have come in since Football Manager 20. We got him recently, and this is a very good. He's a wing back, defensive left. He can play all along the left wing actually, so he's a player to keep in his ability, and the current ability is really good. So yeah, he looks good. Josh Ruffles, he's like Sam Long. He's been here since quite a while, 2013. He's had over 200 appearances for the club. He's a really good player. He's also wanted. There's quite a few Oxford players that are wanted by Rochdale, but I might just keep him. Rodriguez Gorin, or just is known as Gorin, he's a really good midfielder. He's never been popular in my saves though, but I will have to see if I'm going to keep him or not, though, but we'll probably decide that next episode. He's wanted by Portsmouth and Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, crikey. Portsmouth are in the same league as us. Sheffield Wednesday is above us, so if I say no to Sheffield Wednesday, he might not be happy about that. Cameron Brannigan is one of our stars. He's a former Liverpool player. He was in Liverpool between 2012 and 2018. He joined us in 2017, and he's valued at 2.3 million. It's going to be very hard to keep him. You can see his stats for a League One player is amazing. His value is 2.3 million, which is really good. Liam Kenny, he was on loan with us last season, and he's on loan with us this season as well. He's a good player. He's originally from Ireland, but his club that he's actually playing for currently is Feyenoord, so we got him on loan from Feyenoord. But he did play for Reading. Reading is one of our rival clubs. Reading, Swindon, and Wycombe are Oxford's main rival clubs. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do, Kelly. Marcus McGuane is another new player to Oxford United. He is another player on loan, a loan from Nottingham Forest. And look at all the positions he can play. So he is a good play him anywhere type player. Sean Clare is another one of our new signings, and you can see his stats is really good, worth 375k. Originally played in Scotland under Hearts, and yeah, he looks pretty good. Then we've got James Henry. James Henry, who's been around, seems to be around for ages, but he's only been around since 2017. He's already had 108 appearances for the club, 33 goals. He's having a bit of an off season in real life, but he is 31 years old, which might be against him, so I might keep him for one season only, then sell him. But he's already wanted by Gillingham, Shrewsbury and Wigan, so quite a few Oxford players are already being wanted by other sides. Anthony Ford, he's having a really good season in real life, and he's valued at 110,000. He is a former Irish under-21 player. We got him from Rotherham in 2019. He's also wanted. A lot of my players are wanted. This is going to be a bit ominous trying to keep these players. Matt Sykes, Irish player, Irish under-21 international as well, £130,000 he's worth. We got him from Glenavon. He's also wanted by Portsmouth and Rotherham. This is going to be difficult trying to keep hold of my players here, but this means I might get some money that I can spend my own players in. Rob Hall, we got him from Forest Green in 2019. He's been injury prone and he seems to be doing all right. He's also wanted by Gillingham. Gillingham's after quite a few of our players. He looks pretty good. And we quickly go to this guy here, Shadipo, who is loanee from QPR. Irish under-21 former international again. So that we got a lot of good links to good, decent Irish players here at Oxford. And you can see his stats are pretty good. He can play both wings, which is always handy. Joel Cooper, another Northern Irish under-21 player. So again, another link there to Northern Ireland. His potential ability is not brilliant though, so there's a chance we might not keep him for long. If we find better players, we might replace them. Daniel Aguay, very fast attacking player. Who used to play for Burnley and Blackpool and Walsall. When we need speed and attack, he is the player we'll be using a lot of the time. Osari is one of the new players, valued at 88,000, already wanted by other teams. He's already wanted by, on loan though, from a couple of non-league sides there as well. But Osari is going to be a really good player. We got him from French side, Beziers. He's French, obviously. And yeah, so this will be his English debut as well, actually, when we do play him. Then we've got Sam Winnall. Sam Winnall, who's been very unlucky with injuries in real life. He's very experienced. Sheffield Wednesday, Derby County, Barnsley, to name a few. He's already picked up a couple of injuries in real life as well. He hasn't actually scored a goal yet by the time of this recording for Oxford, but you can see his potential ability and current ability is it's kind of reached his peak, so he kind of is going to be a backup striker to our main striker, who's going to be Matty Taylor. And here is Matty Taylor, worth £875,000. He originally came on loan from Bristol City, and then he didn't want to renew his contract with them, so he decided to sign his contract with Oxford, which was a great signing for us. He's 30 years old, but he's one of the exceptions to me not keeping 30-year-old players, purchase players. I want to keep him because of his experience. He's had 26 appearances, 13 goals. His first club was originally Oxford, so he actually was at Oxford in 2006 to 2009 as a much younger player, and he's come back to join us, which is great. Now, the final bit of this part, we're just going to look at the youth sides. We've got an average under 23 squad, we've got a below average under 18 squad. Let's see what the under 23 squad looks like. Have we got potentially some good players that we could move up to the first team? The answer to that question is perhaps. We've got at least maybe two or three. Fabio Lopez, Slapazov even, sorry. Nico James, Dylan Malachi Napa. I'm going to be horrible trying to pronounce all these names. I'm so sorry if these players ever watch this, but I'm going to be so hopeless at this. But already I can see some potential players that I really don't think we really need to keep because to reduce the wage bit a bit. So I'm going to go to release on free, 24.5k percent. Yeah, we can do that. So yes, potentially we can move Lopez and Sapazov up to the main team. Let's look at the under 18s. Are the under 18s any better? To be honest, they're not. We have got quite a weak under 18 squad. So again, I'm going to get rid of some of these under 18 players. We are going to look and try to find some better uh, kids on the free transfer market, hopefully, if we can. So I'm going to release them. 20, oh, so it's going to cost me nearly 100 grand just to get rid of players. But we have got money. That's the next thing we need to look at, is the financial situation of Oxford. Overall balance is 2.5 million. That will soon go down. Our wage budget is 74,000. We're currently spending 73,000. So you can see why I'm thinking of letting Mazzino go, our captain, because we need to release some wages. We have got a transfer budget of 50k. I could move that over to the wage bill, which in fact we might do that because I'm very rarely going to buy. Oh, I can't do that. So we're still sticking with a transfer budget of 50,000 because normally I move the transfer budget over to the wage budget because I very rarely will buy players for money in the first season. I normally try to get as many as I can on free transfers and also as many loans we can as well, any decent loans. So let's look at the transfer history. What's the transfer history of the game since before I started? And what we're looking at is the players that are left. And here it is, Rob Dickie. Was our star defender. He got sold to Queen's Park Rangers for 1.5 million. I actually thought it was more than that. And since then, Oxford's form hasn't been great in real life. We are been battling in the bottom half. So hopefully by the time you've seen this, our form has recovered. Hopefully. But Rob Dickie, yeah, he's gone over to QPR. He played for us 89 caps, 89 appearances and 2 goals. He was actually a former Reading player as well. So any other players, all these other players were just youth players mostly. And here we go, here is the transfer history. Sam Winnall we got from Sheffield Wednesday for free. Jordan Obrita we got from Reading for free. Sean Clare from Hearts, only a couple 100,000 I think that was. Dylan from Milton Keynes for free, Derek Gazzo for free, Joel Keeper for Linford for undisclosed, Ben Watt free. We'll look at Ben Watt actually. Ben Watt, where are you? Oh, Ben Watt's in the under 18s, so we got him from Tottenham for the under 18s, which is probably what I will be doing for most of these youth players when on the free contracts. I will see where they were released from. If they're released from, say, Premier League sides, then there's a good chance that they might have some sort of potential ability. We'll bring them on loan, see what their stats look, and then keep them on loan and sign them maybe, or just let them go. So we'll look at the schedule for this final part. Schedule is we've got 5 friendlies. We will have more friendlies as well. Brackley Town, Banbury United. Both these sides were featured in the earlier FA Cup rounds, by the way, in real life. Aberdeen United, Colchester. Yeah, that must be a little bit of a bug there. We've got Colchester twice. So I don't know how that has happened. So we'll just get rid of one of them. So even in this full release of Football Manager 21, you'll still see these odd bugs sometimes. We might even see even more as we carry on playing this game. And there you go. So the competition we currently are in, currently in League One. There are the sides in League One. The season doesn't actually start yet until 12th of September. Again, due to COVID-19, the first seasons are always very compact, so there will be a lot of games. As you can see there, definitely in October, every Saturday and most Tuesdays there is a game. So in October, we've got 7 league games we're going to play. The aim of the series is to show some key games and also just to let you know what's been going on in the series. And if there's been any transfer news, then you'll see that as well. But obviously, any big cup games, any big FA Cup games, we'll get to see them live. But due to time limits, I won't show you every single league game, no matter how quick Football Manager 21 actually is. I don't want you all to be bored easily. But that's about it. So that is episode 2. For episode 3, we will give you an update. I'll go on a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of friendlies have been played already, and I'll give you a couple of updates if any players have gone, any players that come in. The formation, if you again, is this 4-2-4 type formation, 4-4-2, sorry, type formation with 2 wingers and false 9 attacking forward. So yeah, hopefully I'll let you know how we get on. So thanks for watching, and I hope you come back for episode 3 where there will actually be some movement in the game. Take care.